A rear-end collision shortly after the fireworks display Saturday night in Petrick Park ended in a rear-end collision that occurred on Pahrump Valley Boulevard and Highway 372. A rear-end collision occurred on Pahrump Valley Boulevard and Highway 372 Saturday night shortly after the fireworks ended at Petrick Park. No one was injured as a result of this accident. However, there was heavy damage to the car that ran into the back of this pickup truck. Nevada Highway Patrol is investigating the cause of this accident. Nye County Sheriff's deputies blocked traffic while the investigation was underway. And the 7th Annual Independence Day Parade helped kick off the weekend's festivities.
It's great. We had, I think, 26 entrances, but about 60 vehicles altogether. We had a lot of fun. The VFW started breakfast at 7. I saw some people come up about 9:45 and ask where the breakfast was. It was over. So come early next time and enjoy the fun. And we're going to thank the VFW. I want to thank especially Mike Schmidt at Valley Signs, who donates trophies every year for this parade for the last 7 years.
You had how many entries that won different categories?
Okay, we had five trophies this year. We had most family-friendly float was T&L Handyman. Most original was Pahrump Valley Museum. Most enthusiastic, if not loudest, was the Pahrump Gunfighters. And then we had most patriotic Nye County Republican Central Committee. And judge's choice was the color guard from Pahrump Valley High School ROTC.
Wonderful. And this year seemed a little bit bigger.
A little bigger? Oh, it seemed about normal. It's always bigger during election year. And so next year it'll be bigger. And, you know, we would love if all those people who were here at election year would come back on the off years too, but it happens.
So the Calvada Eye, what a great location, and the weather seemed to behave.
Oh yeah, we had clouds, which was actually a good thing because it's been hot out here. We had a few light drops start, and but it didn't bother anything. It was stayed fairly cool. I'm not dripping sweat right now, so that's a bonus. Don't shoot, I'm just a commissioner. Oh, yeah.
And that was Darby there playing in that drum line with the ROTC color guard. And very funny ending there, Darby. When we return, we'll have more with your Independence Day weekend, including your Desert View Hospital health tip.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community.
Steroids are commonly prescribed for patients who suffer from lower back pain and leg pain caused by a herniated disc. But how well do these anti-inflammatory medications actually work? A new study looked at a common oral steroid medication and its effectiveness in decreasing pain and improving function for patients with a herniated disc.
This health tip is brought to you by
Desert View Hospital and Mountain Valley Physicians Group. Don't put your health on hold. We have time for you. Call us to schedule your appointment. 775-751-7100.
Every day, thousands of people head to their doctor's office looking for relief from a very common problem.
And so if you have any discomfort, you tell me.
It's called sciatica.
Acute sciatica is often disabling, extremely painful condition felt down the leg. It's usually caused by a ruptured disc in the lumbar area.
We've begun looking at what are other ways to decrease the pain and improve the function more easily for patients with sciatica.
There are limited options for treating this painful condition. One of the most common approaches is to prescribe the oral steroid medication called prednisone.
But it's never been studied to see if, in fact, it makes a difference.
Doctors Harley Goldberg and Andrew Avens from Kaiser Permanente, Northern California, and co-authors studied 269 patients with sciatica. All patients underwent an MRI to confirm that they had a herniated disc. 2/3 were given oral prednisone, and the other third got a placebo. Patients were assessed for pain and overall function after 3 weeks and again at 1 year.
People got no better with the prednisone than they did with the placebo. That is to say, they both got better equally. There was actually a little bit of improved functional capacity for people that took prednisone.
We also found that patients who took steroids had more side effects than patients who took the placebo, but most of those side effects were fairly mild and transient in nature.
The authors say these results provide important evidence about the relative risks and benefits of steroid therapy.
We now have guidance, we have information, and we can provide for our patients true, meaningful, and informed discussions about the relative benefits and risks of this kind of therapy for this kind of condition.
Catherine Dolph, The JAMA Report.
Study authors say while these new data are important, additional studies are needed to evaluate other treatments that may be effective for this common condition. Sally Kerr from the Pahrump Valley Chamber of Commerce spoke to News 46 about the Liberty Festival held in Petrick Park over the weekend.
After all that hard work and counting down, here we are. We've made it to the event. So we are at the a few hours before the fireworks, and the crowd is here, and the vendors are here and open and happy, and it's going to be a great show.
So how did Friday and Saturday morning and afternoon go?
Well, Friday was a little slow, but it gives the vendors time to be set up for this morning. So they actually didn't mind a two-day event. They said going into it, it gives them a day to kind of do what they would call a soft open and get everything up and running and ready. And so we were ready to open bright and early today.
And you worked with the parade to get this open in the afternoon to have the families out here on the grass, people barbecuing, the pools open.
Right. Yeah, there were all kinds of things. We had a great horseshoe tournament this morning. We had 17 entrants in the horseshoe tournament. They were really pleased with that kind of a turnout for horseshoes. They came down in front of the stage and did their announcements of the winners and handed over the cash, so they had a great time. And everybody from the parade came down. We've been here since 10 o'clock this morning.
So who do we have on stage? We have numerous different bands?
We've had three. Callie Williams was on early this afternoon. She will also be doing our national anthem. We had Kim's Lonesome Road, and we are now On Target is playing for us now.
So let's talk about the fireworks display, because I know that's what everybody's here for. You brought back the same Zambelli?
Zambelli, yes, John O'Brien, and he has a great show planned. He said it's all new music. It is being simulcast, and I think he said there's almost 1,000 shells going off for this show.
So a 22-minute show, what we're used to here, huh?
A 22-minute show, and we are very spoiled. Without a doubt, he does a great job. So we get bragging rights for all the hard work that he does. They have been setting up for 3 or 4 days back there getting ready for this show.
What the kids seem to be most excited about would be, of course, this bounce house and the slide.
Well, the bounce house and the slide, and then, of course, we had our fire chief send his crew over this afternoon for the fire truck and their water, and that was a blast to watch. People come from out of everywhere to get under that water, so that was fun, too. We appreciated them doing that.
And coming up next, you guys got the Fall Festival. After this, I know you guys are already working on that very hard, but what a great Liberty Festival. Thank you so much for putting this on.
Thank you so much. We had a great time. We love Liberty Festival, and it's been a great day.
We hope everybody had a wonderful Independence Day weekend. For the second weekend, the Pahrump Fireworks launch site was open to the public to set off fireworks that they had purchased here in Nye County. The Pahrump Fireworks launch site appeared to be very popular over the weekend. Participants purchased their fireworks permit to utilize the site at the time of purchase at any fireworks store. The fee helps pay for the site improvement, site crew, including the firefighters and technicians who help drive you to and pick you up from your launch site. The fee is $5 per purchase. The site allows for 2 people to go to the launch site and launch either Safe and Sane or aerial fireworks. The rest of their guests can watch the show from the parking lot. It's hours of firework watching fun for observers. The site will be opened again on Labor Day weekend, which is in September from the 4th through the 7th, then New Year's Eve weekend in January, Chinese New Year, which is February 8th, and Memorial Day weekend in May of next year. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. We had lots of fun down there Friday and Saturday night. The Pahrump Nugget had a 10-minute long fireworks show Friday night, which was preceded by their annual festivities in the parking lot, which included music, a bounce house, eating contests, and lots of fun. The Pahrump Nugget had a spectacular finale, which had the crowd cheering. And new information has been released regarding the accusations about comedian Bill Cosby. Court papers just acquired show that Cosby testified in 2005 that he got Quaaludes with the intent of giving them to young women he wanted to have sex with. And he admitted giving the sedative to at least one woman and other people. The 77-year-old comedian was testifying under oath in a lawsuit filed by a former Temple University employee. He testified he gave her 3 half pills of Benadryl. Cosby settled that sexual abuse lawsuit for undisclosed terms in 2006. Cosby has been accused by more than 24 women of sexual misconduct, including allegations by many that he had drugged and raped them in incidents dating back more than 4 decades. The 77-year-old Cosby has never been criminally charged, and most of the accusations are barred by statutes of limitations. Cosby resigned in December from the Board of Trustees at Temple, where he was the popular face of the Philadelphia school in advertisements, fundraising campaigns, and commencement speeches. When we return, we'll have your Fitness for 10 update.